Hi, y'all. This is week 18 of Quarantine Quiz from Big Daddy Quizzes. Uh, it does look like there's a few less people here this week, but not to worry. It's completely free to play along, so it's not like anyone's going to miss out on anything, and you can always watch these back afterwards and play along with your friends and family if you want to after. So that is not a huge issue. Hopefully you can hear me okay this time. I know last few times we've had a couple of things wrong with the L audio, but we should be right as rain this week because I have not left my headphones plugged in this time round. So hopefully that should be better for you. Decided to do things a bit differently this weekend because I've had a lot of work on it at my other job. And it's crunch time for certain things that are happening over there. So, I haven't really been able to type that well either. So last week when I took a break out to spend time with my son, that evening I decided to fix a speaker and slice my hand open, which is good. So that'll teach me for missing a quiz. So yeah, fun times on that one. Anyway. The way we're going to do it tonight is it's going to be a lot quicker. So basically, it's going to be 3 rounds this time. Still 20 questions each round. First round movies, second round on music, third round on TV shows. Each round will have about 8 minutes in between each round on the breaks. Hopefully, if I time it right, we should be getting finished for 9 o'clock. So it's just a simple hour one this week, unfortunately, as I do have quite a bit of other stuff to do this week. But I'm glad to see so many of you have made it here, and hopefully you have fun with it, as I've had fun writing it. So yeah, without further ado, looks like we're only going to have a couple of teams in tonight. I'll just wait about 30 more seconds and then we'll get started. It looks like there is one more team that is watching but is yet to be playing, so I'll give them time to log in if they want to log in. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all not being silly and going out to crowded places and stuff like that. But who knows at this point? Who's even caring at this point? I care. I haven't really left the house that much, apart from to go to the hospital and some woodland journeys. But other than that, it's been pretty much just me and my castle. But yeah. Anyway, shall we get started? Let's just get on with it. Okay, I'll load up the questions for you now. Just bear with me one more sec. There we go. Nice. There we go. So we are going to be playing the movie round first, then we'll be going into the music round after that, and then our TV shows. Like I said, there's only going to be a short break in between each one. Anyway, without further ado, let's get down to it. Week 18. Okay, your first question for the evening. What is the full title of the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Is it A, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, B, Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End, C, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, or D, Pirates of the Caribbean, On Stranger Tides? Which one do you reckon it is? Rightio. Well, the correct answer is On Stranger Tides. I have no idea why it selected the first one. Sometimes the system does that for the first question. I do apologise, but On Stranger Tides is the right answer. Anyway, your next question. Which supernatural horror film stars Alicia Cuthbert, Paris Hilton, and Chad Michael Murray? Is it A, Cabin in the Woods, B, House of Wax, C, Lies in Plain Sight, or D, Cabin Fever? Alicia Cuthbert was actually one of my teenage crushes. There you go. From The Girl Next Door. Anyway, the correct answer is House of Wax. That's right. It's the movie where Paris Hilton gets the back of her ankle sliced. Oof, painful. Anyway, your next question. 18-year-old Angela Lansbury made her screen debut in which George Cukor film? Was it A, Gaslight, B, Keeper of the Flame, C, Winged Victory, or D, Two-Faced Woman? This was all the way back in 1944, I believe. Not many of you alive back then, I know, but yeah, it's trivia. Correct answer is Gaslight, ladies and gents. Gaslight. A Keeper of the Flame was another George Cukor, but Gaslight was the first one to star Angela Lansbury. Your next question, in Hobbs and Shaw, who plays Shaw? Is it Dwayne Johnson or Jason Statham? Yeah, the correct answer is Jason Statham, ladies and gents. Jason Statham is Shaw in the Hobbs and Shaw movie. Your next question. Who plays Guy Fleegman in the 1999 Galaxy Quest? Was it A, Tim Allen, B, Alan Rickman, C, Sam Rockwell, or D, Tony Shalhoub? Shalhoub. He plays Monk. That guy. The correct answer is Sam Rockwell, ladies and gents. Sam Rockwell plays Guy Fleegman. He is the red coat wearer. Alan Rickman plays the guy with the alien-y things. Anyway, Daisy Ridley's new Netflix movie, Ophelia, is inspired by which Shakespeare play? Is it A, Macbeth, B, Othello, C, Hamlet, or D, King Lear? Correct answer for that one is C, ladies and gents. It's Hamlet. Hamlet. So unlucky on that one, people. Your next question, which Star Trek actor directed the series' fifth big screen outing, The Final Frontier? Was it A, Leonard Nimoy, B, Will Shatner, C, DeFrost Kelly, or D, David Warner? If you're wondering who DeFrost Kelly is, he plays Bones. The correct answer was indeed Will Shatner. Will Shatner. Your next question, which Eddie Murphy comedies mind-bogglingly finale revolves around the future frozen concentrated orange juice? Is it A, The Golden Child, B, Coming to America, C, Trading Places, or D, Boomerang? Correct answer is Trading Places. Now, the two characters that are in Trading Places actually feature in Coming to America. They're the two hobos that he bumps into at the bridge, if you've ever seen that movie. Anyway, your next question. What kind of animal is Lord Shen, the villain of Kung Fu Panda 2? Was it A, a leopard, B, a ram, C, a rhino, or D, a peacock? Ooh. The correct answer was D, a peacock. There was never a rhino. It may have been in one of these sub movies, but a leopard was the first one, then a peacock for the second, and then it was like a ram for the third. Anyway, your next question: which Disney film features the song "Shiny" and "We Know the Way"? Was it A, The Little Mermaid, B, Tangled, C, Moana, or D, The Wild? Correct answer for that one is Moana. Shiny is the song that Jermaine from Flight the Conchords sings. And We Know the Way is the We Know the Way. That song, the one sung by the Aborigine. You know, the Hawaiians. Anyway, your next question. What three-word phrase, not supposed to say three-word phrase, it's supposed to say what phrase, does Vizini repeat throughout The Princess Bride? Ignore the three-word bit. It's just supposed to say what phrase. Was it As You Wish, You Killed My Father, Prepared to Die, Inconceivable, or Life Isn't Fair, It's Just Fairer Than Death is all? It's Inconceivable. Vizini is the small guy. As You Wish is what the Carrie Elwes' character says to the princess, as you wish. Anyway, your next question. What is the name of Bill and Ted's band whose music will one day teach the world to be excellent to each other? Is it A, the Wild Boys, B, Steel Dragon, C, Zack Attack, or D, Wild Stallions? The correct answer for that one was indeed... It was D, Wild Stallions. I've got my hands doing the guitar. I hope you're doing that too at home, because they are Wild Stallions. Sorry. Your next question. Who played James Bond in A View to the Kill? Was it A, Roger Moore, B, Timothy Dalton, C, Pierce Brosnan, or D, George Lazenby? What do you reckon, folks? Correct answer was Roger Moore, ladies and gents. Roger Moore is in A View to a Kill. Your next question. Who plays the bad guy Benjamin Oliver in the movie Wayne's World? Is it A, Mike Myers, B, Christopher Walken, C, James Hong, or D, Rob Lowe? Well, the correct answer is, it was D, Rob Lowe. There you go, folks. Wayne's World 1 is Rob Lowe. There you go. Christopher Walken and James Hong are in Wayne's World 2, though. James Hong plays Wayne's girlfriend's dad. Anyway, your next question. Who played the Grand High Witch in Nicholas Roeg's 1990 version of The Witches? Was it A, Enrica Sommer? Was it B, Angelica Huston? Was it C, Allegra Huston? Or was it D, Brenda Blethyn? Either way, it was B. Just to let you know, Enrica is her mother, and Allegra is her sister. In real life, I mean. Your next question. What was Arnold Schwarzenegger's first movie sequel? Was it A, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, or B, Conan the Destroyer? The correct answer was B, Conan the Destroyer, ladies and gents. Conan the Destroyer was out like 5-6 years before Terminator Judgment Day. But there you go. Your next question. Which Jane Austen novel inspired both the 1995 Clueless movie and the 2020 film starring Anya Taylor-Joy? Was it A, Pride and Prejudice, B, Sense and Sensibility, C, Emma, or D, Persuasion? Well, the correct answer for that was C, Emma, ladies and gents. C. There's quite a few movies and stuff that are based around that one particular book if you look into it. Anyway, your next question. Which sports-themed 2004 rom-com saw Paul Bettany woo Kirsten Dunst at the tournament of the same name? Was it A, Melancholia? Was it B, Ace, C, Serve, or D, Wimbledon? Now, I kind of spoiled that question by the end of that question, and I didn't realise I'd done it until just now. So, there's only 3 teams playing, but either way, If you think hard enough about the question, the answer is there for you. Correct answer was, of course, Wimbledon. Well done, you all got it right. Because you're all smarty pants. Yes, you are. Smarty pantsies. All of you. Anyway, your next question. How many Mad Max movies have there been released to date? To this day. That is the 19th of the 7th, 2020. How many Mad Max movies have there been released to date? To this date. 2, 3, 4, 5. Congratulations, you all got it right. It was indeed 4. There's Mad Max, A World Warrior, Beyond the Thunderdome, and Fury Road. Your next question, and last question for this round before we take a little break. Which movie features Ryan Reynolds, Ben Affleck, and Andy Garcia? Is it A, Stretch, B, Narc, C, Safe House, or D, Smoking Aces? Rightio, the correct answer was Smoking Aces. Also features Alicia Keys as a badass sniper girl. And I swear, if you haven't seen that movie, give it a watch. It is insane. It's a little outdated now, but it's really good for what it was. Anyway, we're going to take a little break. As you can see by the timer there, it's going to be roughly about 8 minutes. But yeah, we'll be getting started with our second round when that timer goes down. And I have no way of making that any quicker. So we're just going to have to live by the timer, I'm afraid. So I'm going to pop off for a minute. You guys go do what you need to do. But literally, we are going by the timer. You can see the timer there. And I will see you folks in a bit. And what I'm going to do for today, as it is... what I'm going to do for today is I'm literally just going to turn off my camera. Leave the timer up there, like so. And then I will bring myself back at the end of that timer. In the meantime, though, here, have some tunes and watch that timer go. Everybody. Everybody. Okay, ladies and gents, we've got about a minute left before we get started with our next round, which is all about music. So get yourselves all sorted, ready to go. It's a terrible Australian accent, but who gives a fuck, eh? Rightio. Your next round is all about music. So yeah, got about 40 seconds before that starts, but it's literally just going to go straight into it. No countdown. You can see the countdown happening now. Got about 35 seconds. Pump down that music a little bit for you. There you go. That should be easier for you guys to hear me. Like I said, got about 25 seconds left before we get started with our next round. "15 seconds left. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Which English sir has had number ones in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s? Is it A, Sir Paul McCartney, B, Sir Roderick David Stewart, or Rod Stewart, C, Sir Cliff Richard, or D, Sir Tom Jones? Correct answer for that one is C, Sir Cliff Richard, ladies and gents. That's Sir Cliff Richard. Okay, your next question is Bill Corgan is the lead singer of which alternative rock band? Billy Corgan. Is it A, Pearl Jam, B, Radiohead, C, Soundgarden, or D, Smashing Pumpkins? Correct answer was Smashing Pumpkins, ladies and gents. Smashing Pumpkins. Rightio, your next question In what year were the hit songs Uptown Funk, Bad Blood, Chandelier, Fancy, and Rather Be an Anaconda released? Was it A, 2013, B, 2014, C, 2015, or D, 2016? What do you reckon, folks? Well, the correct answer was 2014, ladies and gents. That's right, 2014 saw the year of Uptown Funk, Bad Blood, Chandelier, etc., etc. Etc. Anyway, your next question. So Solid Crew is a large group which has expanded from how many members initially to 30? So what was the initial amount of members in So Solid Crew? Was it A, 10, B, 16, C, 19, or D, 21? Well, the correct answer is the initial group was 19 members, ladies and gents. That's right, 19 members in So Solid Crew when they first started. Your next question, which group holds the record for the best-selling single of all time by a female group? Is it A, Spice Girls, B, Destiny's Child, C, Baccarat, or D, The Supremes? The correct answer is Baccarat. They sold 18 million copies of Yes Sir, I Can Boogie. Boogie Woogie. Spice Girls only sold 8 million. So there you go, folks. Anyway, your next question. What was Britney Spears' first single called? Was it Oops, I Did It Again? Was it B, Hit Me Baby? Was it C, Baby One More Time? Or was it D, Sometimes? What do you reckon, folks? What do you reckon? It was Baby One More Time. Oops, I Did It Again was her number 2. When she was on Mars. Anyway, your next question. What was the name of Amy Winehouse's second and final studio album released in 2006 and reached number 1 in multiple countries across the globe? Was it A, Frank, B, Rehab, C, Back to Black, or D, Lioness? Correct answer is Back to Black. Frank was the title of her first album. Lioness was the title of her live studio album, and Rehab was the name of her best-selling single. Your next question: which band had a huge international hit album in 2002 with the record A Rush of Blood to the Head? Was it A, Radiohead, B, Coldplay, C, Moby, or D, the Red Hot Chili Peppers? The correct answer was B, Coldplay, ladies and gents. That's right, Coldplay had a 2002 album with a record, A Rush of Blood to the Head. Anyway, your next question. Linger and Dreams were hits for which Irish group? Was it A, Bewitched, B, Cause, C, The Cranberries, or D, Westlife? Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? Oh, I'm such a fool for you. Anyway, the correct answer was the Cranberries, ladies and gents. That's right, the Cranberries. Also did Zombie and some other songs. Anyway, your next question. Which Bob Dylan song did Adele include on her first album? Was it A, Times They Are Changing, B, Rolling Stones, C, To Make You Feel My Love, or D, Iris? The correct answer is To Make You Feel My Love. That's right, To Make You Feel My Love was originally a Bob Dylan song. I heard it today, and Adele certainly knocked it out of the park because Bob's version's not that great. Anyway, your next question. We all know that Pete Best was the name of the original drummer of the Beatles before they made it big. However, in 1964, Ringo was replaced for a fortnight by which English drummer? Was it A. Tommy Moore, B. Norman Chapman, C. Pete Best again, or D. Jimmy Nicole? There you go, folks. It was Jimmy Nicole. Although all the people in the list have once been Beatles drummers, Tommy Moore was the original. Then it was Norman Chapman, then Pete Best, and then in 1964, Jimmy Nicole took over for 2 weeks before they went, now let's get Ringo back. Anyway, your next question. What was the name of Madonna's third studio album released in 1983? Was it A, Madonna, B, Like a Virgin, C, True Blood, or D, Like a Prayer? Not a pair, a prayer. Jeebus. Correct answer is True Blood. Like a Prayer was released in 1984, I believe, and it was a fourth studio album. Your next question. Rockstar David Howell Evans is better known by what name? Is it A, Bono, B, Elvis, C, Prince, or D, Edge? Correct answer was indeed Edge, ladies and gents. You all got that right. Well done to all teams that are playing. Your next question now. Which English county do Supergrass and Radiohead have in common? Is it A, Cleveland, B, Greater Manchester, C, Oxfordshire, or D, Staffordshire? Correct answer is Oxfordshire, ladies and gents. That's right, it's where both those two bands were founded. So there you go, folks. Your next question. Which famed British musicians from this list played wizard musicians in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire? A, Steve Mackay from Pulp. B, Phil Selway from Radiohead. C, Ian Brown from the Stone Roses. Or D, Jason Buckle from All Seeing Eye? Well, the correct answers we were looking there are all of them but Ian Brown. Ian Brown is in one of the Harry Potter movies, but he's not a musician. He sits in the back of one of the scenes at the Leaky Cauldron and reads a book. But there you go, have some more information if you want to go back and watch that. You've got Jarvis Cocker's in there, another guy from Radiohead, and so on and so forth. Anyway, what was the name of Johnny Cash's backing band throughout his career? Was it A, the Wailers, B, the Tennessee Three, C, the Jailbirds, or D, the Wild Trilberries? Correct answer is the Tennessee Three. The Jailbirds I made up. In fact, I believe the Jailbirds are an actual band around the same time as the Hollies and people like that. Early 60s male band rock. Anyway, your next question. In which year did the Spice Girls release Wannabe? Was it A, 95, B, 96, C, 97, or D, 98? Get those answers in. What do you people reckon? Correct answer was indeed 1996, ladies and gents. 96. There you go. Your next question. The most played song on UK radio during the 20th century was what? Is it A, Ed Sheeran, Thinking Out Loud, B, Pharrell, Happy, C, Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol, or D, The Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling? Ooh, ooh. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good, good night. Correct answer is Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. There you go, ladies and gents. The most played song on UK radio during the 20th century. Your next question. Name the person who replaced Ozzy Osbourne as Black Sabbath's lead singer. Was it Ronnie James Dio, B, Judas Priest, C, Dokken, or D, Whitesnake? Rightio, the correct answer for that one was Ronnie James Dio. That's A, ladies and gents. Ronnie James Dio. You all did magnificently well there. And your final question for Music Round is as follows. Before we take another 8-minute break, your question is... the 2019 Grammy Award for Best Artist was won by whom? Was it A, Billie Eilish, B, Chance the Rapper, C, Dua Lipa, or D, Alessia Cara? Alessia Cara? Does anyone know how to say that name? Alessia Cara. Anyway, the correct answer we were looking for, though, that goes to Dua Lipa. That's right, Billie Eilish won it in 2020, Dua Lipa in 2019, Alessia Cara in 2018, and Chance the Rapper in 2017. Rightio, we're going to take another quick break. It'll be about 8 minutes. You can see the timer there. I'm going to take off my face again, face off, and then you guys can sit and listen to the tunage. So, here we go. Goodbye. So there, you've got the tunage coming up now, and I'm going to turn off my microphone. See you in about 8 minutes.
Still love you.
Radio, folks, we've got about a minute left before we get started with our next and final round, which is going to be all about TV. About 50 seconds left. Get yourself sorted. Going to go straight into the next batch of questions, which is going to be about TV shows. "30 more seconds. 20 seconds left. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Which comedy actors from this list auditioned to be part of the Saturday Night Live main cast several times but was never hired? A. Donald Glover, B. Steve Carell, C. Jim Carrey, or D. Aubrey Plaza? Now, there may be more than one on this answer. The correct answers are Steve Carell, Jim Carrey, and Aubrey Plaza. Donald Glover did go in for a part on SNL. He wanted to play Obama, but that was the only part he wanted to play. Your next question: what was Homer Simpson's dough written as originally in the script? Was it A, dough, B, painful anguish, C, annoyed grunt, or D, displeased at life? The correct answer is C, annoyed grunt, ladies and gents, annoyed grunt. Your next question: Mac and Dee from It's Always Sunny own their own bar in Philadelphia. What was it called? What is it called? Is it A, Mac's Tavern, B, Paddy's Pub, C, Philly Fanatics, or D, Frank's? The correct answer we were looking for is A. It's Mac's Tavern. That's right. Mac and Dee, the married couple from It's Always Sunny, have their own bar called Mac's Tavern. Your next question: in the episode of Saved by the Bell where Jessie gets addicted to caffeine pills, what was she originally scripted to be addicted to? Was it A, cocaine, B, speed, C, Adderall, or D, coffee? The correct answer is B. It was speed, ladies and gents. Speed. And changed it to caffeine pills. Crazy times, the 80s. Your next question: which of these is the odd one out? Medicae, Game of Thrones, Frankenstein Chronicles, or Sharp? Which one's the odd one out? correct answer is Sharp. It's the only TV series in that list where Sean Bean doesn't die. Your next question, what year did the Daleks first appear in Doctor Who? Was it A, 1960, B, 1963, C, 1965, or D, 1968? Well, the correct answer is 1963, ladies and gents. 1963. Wow, there you go. Your next question. Who was captain of the USS Enterprise in the pilot episode of Star Trek? Was it A, Captain James Pyle? Was it B, Captain John Archer? Was it C, Captain Christopher Pike? Or was it D, Captain James Kirk? It was indeed Captain Christopher Pike. I believe the episode was called The Cage. Your next question. What finally makes the Trotters millionaires in Only Fools and Horses? Is it A, a chandelier, B, a grandfather clock, C, a lotto ticket, or D, a pocket watch? The correct answer is D, a pocket watch, ladies and gents. That's right, D, a pocket watch. So there you go, folks. Like you all managed to get that one right. Well done. Your next question. What was the name of the company in The Office UK? Was it A, Dunder Mifflin Company, B, Slough Insurance, C, Slough Stationery, or D, Vernham Hogg? Well, the correct answer was D, Vernham Hogg, ladies and gents. That's right, it was Vernham Hogg. They were a company in Slough, but it was Vernham Hogg. There you go. Your next question. In the show Friends, Monica has a certain pet peeve. What is it? Is it A, animals dressed as humans, B, Ross losing her stuff, C, the flower on her bedspread needed to point up, or D, Chandler's jokes? Correct answer is animals dressed as humans, ladies and gents. Animals dressed as humans. Your next question. Who became the first female presenter of Question Time in 2019? Was it A, Claire Balding, B, Sue Parker, C, Fiona Bruce, or D, Robin Day? The correct answer for that one is C, Fiona Bruce, ladies and gents. Fiona Bruce. Although Claire Balding and Sue Barker are female presenters in other sportsy type things, but Fiona Bruce was the first one for Question Time. Your next question. Who presents Dragon's Den? Is it A, Evan Davis, B, Ted Whittingham, C, James Darrell, or D, Ted Mosby? The correct answer was A, Evan Davis, ladies and gents. That's right, Evan Davis is the name of the bald presenter in Dragon's Day. Ted Whittingham and James Darrell I made up, and Ted Mosby's from How I Met Your Mother. So there you go. Your next question: What color is Thunderbird 2 piloted by Virgil Tracy in Thunderbirds? Is it A, green, B, red, C, blue, or D, yellow? The correct answer is yellow. That's right. Number 2 was yellow. I can't remember what the others were. Red was the rocket. Green was the, I think, number 4, maybe. It's the big green spaceship thing. Anyway, your next question. What's the pub called on Channel 4 soap opera Hollyoaks? Is it A, the Creek, B, the Hub, C, the Dog in the Pond, or D, the Black Swan? The correct answer is the Dog in the Pond. There is the Hub as the student bar, but the pub in the main storyline is the Dog in the Pond. Rightio, your next question. Charlie Hunnam's first acting credit was for a TV show called My Wonderful Life, but what was his second? Was it A, Micro Soap, B, Queer as Folk, C, Young Americans, or D, Biker Grove? Was D, Biker Grove. He plays a model trying to get somebody to stay in modeling or something. He plays a main part in Queer as Folk, though. Anyway, your next question. What was Postman Pat's license plate number? Was it A, Post, B, Pat, C, Pat 1, or D, Post 1? The correct answer is C, Pat 1, ladies and gents. That's right, Postman Pat's license plate was Pat 1. Your next question. Which singing competition was the first to feature Simon Cowell as a judge? Was it A, X Factor, B, Pop Idol, C, Britain's Got Talent, or D, Pop Stars The Rivals? Right, well, the correct answer was B, Pop Idol, ladies and gents. That's right, Pop Idol. There you go. It was season 1 of Pop Idol as well. Anyway, your next question. Which Britain's Got Talent runners-up are currently performing at Butlins this year? Is it A, the Addict Initiative? Was it B, Rak Sue? Was it C, Twist and Pulse? Or D, Diversity? Now, there may be more than one in this list. Correct answers are Twist and Pulse and Diversity are both playing. They were both runners-up for X Factor. Raksu was the winner of BGT, so they're not on that list. But they are playing at Butlins. Anyway, your next question. The medical drama Grey's Anatomy is set in which city? Is it A, Los Angeles, B, New York, C, Seattle, or D, Michigan? The correct answer was C, Seattle, ladies and gents. So there you go. That's right. Grey's Anatomy was set in Seattle. So there you go. Now your last question of the evening. In the TV show Vikings, how many of the sons of Ragnar Lothbrok are actually Lagertha's children? A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4? The correct answer for that one is 1, ladies and gents. Out of the 4, there is only one that is Lagertha's child, and that is Bjorn Ragnarsson, or Bjorn Ironside. He's the only legitimate son of Ragnar and Lagertha. So there you go. And those are your scores. Well done to our winner of tonight's quiz, that is Banana. If you want to send us over a team photo, we'll get that up on our winners wall. And thank you so much to everybody playing tonight. I know it's only been a short one. just I've got a lot on at the moment. I just thought I'd do a quick one for people. But yeah, obviously, not many people joined us tonight, unfortunately. But pubs are open and all of that, so people are probably raring and waiting, wanting to go out and about. If you are out and about, please, I hope you're being safe and respecting the staff that are looking after you and what have you. But yeah, I might do this again next week. Depends how much push I get for it. I'll probably do a post on Wednesday this week just to see where we're at and see if anybody still does want to do these or whether we should just stop. Please let us know in any comments sections if you are still interested in this. But yeah, thank you. It's been an absolute blast again, as per usual. I'll see you all again next week, hopefully. So yeah, see you then.